Hi, IASvideos.com is presenting you simplified daily current affairs analysis. Treaty reflected the political reality of the Cold War. Existing nuclear arms control agreements need to be brought in line with today's political realities. What is Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty? Is INF Treaty consistent with today's realities? Could US and Russia alone control the nuclear stability of the world? GS Paper 2. Bilateral, regional and global groupings and agreements involving India and or affecting India's interests. In this video, you can find detailed answers for all the above questions. The above article has been retrieved from thehindu.com, dated November 9th, 2018. What is the context about? Last month, US President Donald Trump declared that the US is quitting the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, a bilateral agreement with Russia signed in 1987. The decision was not unexpected since the US has long maintained that Russia has been violating the treaty. Mr. Trump has been critical of arms control agreements because, according to him, other countries cheat, putting the US at a disadvantage. What is Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty? The 1987 Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty required the United States and the Soviet Union to eliminate and permanently forswear all of their nuclear and conventional ground-launched ballistic and cruise missiles with ranges of 500 to 5,500 kilometers. The treaty marked the first time the superpowers had agreed to reduce their nuclear arsenals, eliminate an entire category of nuclear weapons, and utilize extensive on-site inspections for verification. As a result of the INF Treaty, the United States and the Soviet Union destroyed a total of 2,692 short, medium and intermediate range missiles by the treaty's implementation deadline of June 1st, 1991. Is INF Treaty consistent with today's realities? INF Treaty not inconsistent with today's reality. INF Treaty does not restrict the other countries to eliminate the intermediate range missiles. The Nuclear Posture Review of US envisages a more expansive role of nuclear arms to tackle the present security and environmental threats. China's hegemonic power at a local level and potential to be competitor and become a multipolar world never comply with INF Treaty. At present days, there is no clear demarcation between the nuclear and conventional weapons. Could US and Russia alone control the nuclear stability of the world? The key difference with today's return of major power rivalry is that it is no longer a bipolar world, and nuclear arms control is no longer governed by a single binary equation. There are multiple nuclear equations: US-Russia, US-China, US-North Korea, India-Pakistan, India-China, but none is standalone. Therefore, neither nuclear stability nor strategic stability in today's world can be ensured by the US and Russia alone, and this requires us to think afresh. The way forward. The most important achievement of nuclear arms control is that the taboo against use of nuclear weapons has held since 1945. Preserving the taboo is critical, but this needs realization that existing nuclear arms control has to be brought into line with today's political realities. Pilot Ganga Grams will be the role model for village cleanliness. GS Paper 2. Government policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. Source: pib.nic.in. What is the context about? Ganga Gram Swachhata Sammelan was recently organized at Chavyan Rishi Ashram in Chausa village of Buxar district in Bihar. About Ganga Gram project. Ganga Gram Vision is an integrated approach for holistic development of villages situated on the banks of river Ganga with active participation of the villagers. The objective of Ganga Gram project includes solid and liquid waste management, renovation of ponds and water resources, water conservation projects, organic farming, horticulture and promotion of medicinal plants. Implementation. The program would be implemented by the National Mission for Clean Ganga and its state counterpart organizations, that is, state program management groups. In order to improve implementation, a three-tier mechanism has been proposed for project monitoring comprising of high-level task force chaired by Cabinet Secretary assisted by NMCG at national level, state-level committee chaired by Chief Secretary assisted by SPMG at state level, and district-level committee chaired by district magistrate. The program emphasizes on improved coordination mechanisms between various ministries or agencies of central and state governments. WFP. Alibaba joins forces to fight hunger. GS Paper 2. Important international institutions, agencies and fora, the structure, mandate. Source businessstandard.com. What is the context about? United Nations World Food Programme and Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba Group have formed strategic partnership to support efforts eliminate hunger globally by 2030. As per the agreement, Alibaba will lend its cutting-edge technology and resources to support digital transformation of WFP's operations. World Hunger Map. Alibaba Cloud, the cloud computing arm of Alibaba, will work with WFP to develop digital World Hunger Map. The map will help to monitor global hunger and operations to end scourge by 2030, which is one of the UN's key sustainable development goals. It also aims to boost efficiency of interventions and shorten emergency response times. About WFP. The World Food Programme is the food assistance branch of the United Nations and the world's largest humanitarian organization addressing hunger and promoting food security. The WFP strives to eradicate hunger and malnutrition with the ultimate goal in mind of eliminating the need for food aid itself. It is a member of the United Nations Development Group and part of its executive committee. Born in 1961, WFP pursues a vision of the world in which every man, woman and child has access at all times to the food needed for an active and healthy life. The WFP is governed by an executive board which consists of representatives from member states. The WFP operations are funded by voluntary donations from world governments, corporations and private donors. WFP food aid is also directed to fight micronutrient deficiency, reduce child mortality, improve maternal health and combat disease including HIV and AIDS. Proposed Ganga Bill bans ports, jetties. GS Paper 2. Government policies and schemes. Source thehindu.com. What is the context about? The government is planning to introduce the National River Ganga Conservation and Management Bill 2018 in the upcoming Parliament winter session. Highlights of the bill. The bill proposed to ban the construction of jetties, ports or permanent hydraulic structures in the Ganga unless permitted by the National Ganga Rejuvenation Authority. It proposes to create a management structure that will supervise the health of the 2,500 km long Ganga, which the draft bill defines as India's national river. The bill lays down a host of restrictions to ensure the uninterrupted ecological flow of the river. Currently, a host of dams in upper stretches of the river led to river's flow being obstructed. The proposed legislation specifies that unauthorized activities that cause obstruction or discontinuity of water in the river Ganga due to engineered diversion of water or stoppage of water, carrying out such activities are liable to a prison term of 3 years or fines up to rupees 50 crores or both. The Armed Ganga Protection Corps Personnel will be provided by the Ministry of Home Affairs and will be deployed by National Ganga Rejuvenation Authority. The GPC personnel will have power to arrest those who pollute the river, covering offences like obstructing the flow of the river to commercial fishing. The bill has listed out a list of offences marked as cognizable, which includes construction activities causing obstruction in the river, withdrawal of groundwater for industrial or commercial consumption from the land fronting the river and its tributaries, commercial fishing or aquaculture in the river and its tributaries, discharging untreated or treated sewage into the river.